Welcome back, everyone. This is the Bourbon Judge. Hopefully, everyone's doing well. I know today's Monday. You guys are like, hey, Bourbon Judge, you promised, man. You said you're a man in your word. Every Sunday, I'm getting a video. I know, I let you guys down. My apologies. This past weekend was Mrs. Judge, or the Bourbon Judge's wife. It was her birthday, so we had to hang out as a family. I did sip some good bourbon, but unfortunately, it wasn't with you guys. So, but hey, I'm back today, and we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off with getting back to what we all loved doing, which is sipping some good bourbon, or in this case, a rye. So let's go take a look at that bottle. All right, you guys seen Old Carter before, right? Episode 40, link above. I went into a whole bunch of history about Old Carter, but let me give you a quick 30-second kind of, let's call it the Cliff Notes version, right? So Old Carter started by Mark and Sherri, so husband and wife combo. They do not have their own distillery, right? So you're not gonna go to visit their distillery and see bourbon or rye aging. Not happening. What's their craft? Their special skill, if you will, is they work with distilleries in obviously Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee, and they're really just hand selecting honey barrels, right? That's what their gig is. They hand select them, and they do one of two things. Either if they're truly phenomenal, they just sell it as a straight single barrel, bourbon or rye or whiskey, or they sometimes blend them together, right? The bourbons or the ryes, they'll blend them together. But when they are doing that, when they're making like a small batch, everything is straight up fully barrel proof, right? So there's no water going in anywhere, any of these bottles and so forth, right? This is true, straight barrel proof bourbons, or in this case, a barrel proof rye. All right, so last but not least, every year they come out with different releases. Sometimes it's kind of cool. The releases, they may release like, batch, whatever it is, and it's like 1,000 bottles, and it's only for the state of Kentucky or only for the state of, California, right? That's just kind of how they roll. In this case, this is a standard release. So April of 2020, they came out with a rye, obviously barrel proof again, right? Batch 5 and batch 6. So I have batch 6, and I actually have bottle 980 of 1,521, right? So this is the bottle that I have. It's coming in at 116.3 proof, right? So that's the proof, not bad. All right. So when you think about Old Carter, it is on the pricier side, right? Can't lie. They typically range anywhere from like 150 to 200. This one here, the MSRP is 160. So definitely on the upper end. So when you think about that price point, and for a rye, you're probably thinking, well, Whistle Pig 12, Whistle Pig 15, that's in that, 150 to $200 range, right? So this is kind of, where this one at least is kind of going up against. That's at least what I'm thinking, right? So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, folks, let's see what we got here. We have a beautiful brown. Wow, look how beautiful and dark that is. I love that. Nice little char. Not bad, not bad. By the way, Sherri Carter. Such a lovely job with that label. Gosh, Sherri, shout out to you. All right, let's go ahead and get into the nose here, folks. So typically, when I smell when I'm getting like the whole nosing from most ryes, I typically get one or two things, either very grainy, spicy, like peppery, with a little bit of like honey, or I'll get like floral. For this one, it's interesting. It's truly like a blend. It's like both. It's very floral, tons of spice, and just like spicy, peppery. A little bit of honey, and tons of oak also. Oak as well for the barrel aging process. Very floral though. Wow. All right, well, folks, we're not here to smell bourbon. Well, we are in a way, but more important, we're here to sip bourbon. Cheers, friends. Ooh. All right. So the first thing that comes out, extremely floral, right? Very floral. And also it has a nice, long lasting finish. It's still kind of moving around in my mouth, and I feel it going down, but not in a bad way, right? At 116.3 proof, it's there to let you know that it's there. I'm solid, I'm good. It goes down, but it's a nice long finish, right? This just serves me as like good for memory, right? It's gonna stay there. I remember this one. Let me get a little bit more though. Wow. this really does a phenomenal job of transferring everything from the nose to the palate. Right now, I'm getting all that spicy, little bit of pepper, some of the oak, not too much honey actually, as much as there was in the nose, not too much, but a little bit. Tons of floral. I mean like floral all day long, right? It's like being outside of my house and just kind of going out by my by the flowers out there. Tons of floral. I gotta get a little bit more of this. This is actually pretty good. Okay. Ooh, nice smooth finish. It's smooth, but it's like it's just you feel it going down, but it's a good finish, right? It's one that you really can sit back, enjoy with friends, and really just enjoy a fine ass rye. That is really good. Folks, you guys know me. I'm an honest judge and an honest guy. I'm gonna give you an honest verdict. At $160, this is a buy. So, again, can you find really good ryes out there for $70, $80, $90? Absolutely, you really can. But there's a difference of good and phenomenal. This is phenomenal. To me, would I rather pay $90 for a good rye that's out there, or would I rather pay $160, $70 more for a phenomenal rye that I still taste in my mouth and still just sitting here? I would spend the extra money. Again, not saying this is the kind of bourbon or a rye in this case that you would sip every single day, but one that you want to just sit back and celebrate with friends and or family. This is it. Phenomenal job, Mark and Sherri. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Thanks for all the subscribers out there. If you haven't done so thus far, please make sure you subscribe. And folks, I'll see you guys next weekend. Peace.